Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Red, White, and Real Estate. As you can tell, I have decked out where I record. I've got my American flag up. I've got my red, white, and blue on. I don't know if you can see my cute earrings. We've got the setup here, and it is 4th of July week here at Lake Norman. And in this episode, we're going to just be pretty much talking about all things 4th of July, red, white, and blue, hosting tips, some events that are going on, some lake safety stuff, and we're just gonna get right into it.
Charlotte, there's nothing like Charlotte, the crowd that comes out for qualifying.
So first up, we're going to talk about this week's pit stops and what is all going on this week for the 4th of July here in the Charlotte and Lake Norman area. So let's go over some things. There's a lot of stuff going on. Let me pull up my thing here. So we've got the Field of Flags summer celebration going on at the Mooresville YMCA. They put out the flags, I want to say today, and they should stay out until July 6th. And then they're doing their annual fireworks display show happening tomorrow, July 3rd. The fireworks are supposed to start at 9:15, but at 6 p.m. they're going to be having food trucks, bouncy houses, just some fun stuff for kids and families. So that always, I have been to that one. That's always a good one in the Mooresville area. And then Carowinds is doing a fireworks show as well, the 3rd and the 4th at 9:30. So that, I've never been to that one, but that one I have heard is good. And there is, if you are a early bird riser runner, there's a red, white, and blue marathon you can do that's hosted by Huntersville. It is happening at 7:30 a.m. on the 4th of July. They have different running options for where you can start. You can find more info at visitlakenorman.org. I'll link them in the episode description below. But there is an entry fee to race, and it's from 7:30 a.m. to about 11. And then there's 4th of July at Birkdale in Huntersville. If your kids bring a bike and decorate it, they are doing a little bike parade around the Birkdale Commons Parkway. And it's just kind of a fun thing for kids to get together and join and even watch all the cute decorated bikes go by. So that will be happening. And I guess there's going to be a block party with exciting activities that will follow after the parade goes down. And then we have WBTV Sky Show at Truist Field in Charlotte, North Carolina, happening on the 4th of July. So these are the only fireworks I think that you can see in the area on the actual 4th of July is this show at Truist Field in Charlotte. It says it starts at 6:35. I don't know what they're going to be having out for before the fireworks or what activities, or I don't know if they're going to have food or anything like that, but it says it starts at 6:35. I can't imagine that the fireworks don't start till around 9, but then the other ones that are happening on the 4th of July are the Carowinds fireworks show that I already just talked about, and those start at 9:15. In downtown Mooresville on Main Street on July 4th, they're doing a Stars and Stripes parade, so that will be fun if you want to go get up early and support local businesses and meet new people who live in the area. Let's see, there's license-free fishing day going on July 4th between 12 and 12. More info on that on the same link below. And then in Lincolnton, North Carolina at City Park, 4th of July at 8:30 p.m., they're going to be doing a parade with bikes and tractors and trucks and trailers and floats, and that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm sure there will be food. It is going to be at the corner of East Water Street and Court Square. No early you can't go early, apparently. It said it won't be allowed. But those are all of the happenings going on. Oh, I did forget. Normally the Peninsula puts on a fireworks show, but this year they're not doing their fireworks due to renovations. And then normally I want to say Trump National Golf Course does theirs on the 4th, but this year they're doing theirs on the 3rd. So that would be tomorrow night. I have a contact there who said that there's going to be some like drink stands and stuff leading up to the fireworks, but the fireworks won't start obviously till it's dark enough. So I would guess around 9:30. But that normally is a good show. I like to go to that one personally. You could also watch it by the lake if you want to go into Cocktail Cove on your boat, and you can see the fireworks pretty good at that spot. But yeah, I think that's it for fireworks stuff. Next, I'm going to kind of hop into some just kind of fun hosting tips and recipe ideas that you can bring to your parties this week and weekend. So I personally will be trying this recipe this year. It is alcohol soaked cherry bombs. Super easy. I never like to show up to a party empty handed. So I normally do Jello shots. I am not the person who brings the red, white, and blue striped Jello shots because those people are very patient. You have to kind of like let the red cool, then you pour the blue and let that cool, and then you do the Cool Whip. But to each his own, that if you have time to do that, more power to you. But I normally will just bring like red Jello shots and blue Jello shots. Those are always a hit. I mean, who doesn't like a free little Jello shot? And they're pretty easy to make. But this year I'm going to be trying these cherry bombs, and you pretty much just soak I don't want to say it wrong and get made fun of, but it's like the bar cherries, the sweet cherries, yeah, you know what I'm saying? The marshmallow cherries, maybe is how you say it. I don't know. But the cherries that you get at the bar, like with a Shirley Temple, those you just soak in alcohol of your choice. The recipe calls for Malibu, but I might just do vodka or whipped vodka. You soak them, I don't know for how long. Let me pull up the recipe. But you just soak them, and then you dip them in like a white chocolate melted. You dip them in the white chocolate, and then you dip them in blue sprinkles so that they look like a red, white, and blue little cherry bomb, and it looks striped, and they are so cute. I'm excited to see how these turn out. It says don't soak the cherries more than 24 hours. It says I suggest making these boozy cherries no more than 24 hours in advance for best results. So I'll probably make mine and soak them for like 12 hours, like all day tomorrow maybe, or all tonight and make them tomorrow. I don't know, but they are really cute. I'll link the recipe on Pinterest down below. And then another idea that I got from a friend is you can do soaked marshmallows and buy like skewers or sticks. Soak the marshmallows in like whipped vodka or whatever your choice of liquor, and then you can also do the same thing. You can pull them out and either just cover them in the sprinkles right out of the alcohol, or you can do the chocolate with the sprinkles. And then the kind of same idea with Rice Krispie treats. If you just want to take Rice Krispie treats for kids and then dip them in the white chocolate with some fun sprinkles, it kind of looks like a popsicle. Those are always cute and fun. I mean, if you go on Pinterest, there's so many good ideas. Like people are making like hot dogs out of 4th of July. I mean, yeah, they're making 4th of July flags out of hot dogs. This isn't healthier recipe if you're looking for that, but it's like watermelon cut out into star shapes, So watermelon cut out into star shapes, and then they have blueberries, and then they just put them on a skewer, and it's like the red stars with the blue berries on it that are cute. But yeah, I mean, 4th of July in Lake Norman, your hosting skills are being put to the test for sure. You definitely want to be the hostess with the mostest. At least I do. So here are some tips and tricks that I recommend to kind of just keep your head on straight during this crazy holiday that I love. Plan ahead, create a checklist. Don't wait till the last minute like me and run around, or don't depend on whoever's party you're going to, say, because they're going to tell you, don't bring anything, we don't need anything, you're fine, don't bring anything. And then last minute they're gonna be like, ooh, I didn't get this and this. Just bring something. Don't show up and don't be the person that shows up empty-handed to someone else's party, but plan ahead. Decorations, obviously red, white, and blue are the colors of the day. That's the mantra of this whole podcast. You can buy flags like I have behind me. They're normally pretty cheap, honestly. You can even buy like the little handheld ones. You can buy the banners to hang on like a fence or a balcony or whatnot. Tablecloths, you can get pretty cheap ones at like Party City or Target. And that will just kind of set the mood for a patriotic atmosphere. And then next is food and drink. So this comes back to our list. You also never want to be the host to run out of food or drinks, because what kind of party is that? Not a good one. But I would just stick with my top picks would be just hot dogs and hamburgers, because one, they're cheap, and two, they feed a lot of people. And then if I was hosting a party, I would buy the hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff, and then ask guests to bring side dishes. Like I might have like one side dish and one dessert that I make, and then ask guests to bring side dishes. That also kind of takes the cost and the workload off of you and puts it on your guests, which, by the way, I don't think you should be coming empty-handed to a party anyway, because that's not how we roll here. But it's cool, because there's gonna be people that forget, and life gets crazy, and I get it. But you also, another little thing that you can include in your party is having like outdoor activities and games. If you have a pool, that's great. Make sure you have like floats or noodles or life jackets for kids and stuff. And then maybe like beer pong. It is 4th of July, USA, baby. What's better than beer pong on the 4th of July? What's more American than that? While you've got kids in the pool playing, hot dogs and hamburgers on the grill, you've got your cherry bombs that I brought to the party, your Jello shots, you're playing cornhole. I would sit out cornhole if you have it. I mean, what's more American than cornhole and beer pong, guys? Like, 'tis the season. Those are just some fun games that I would suggest. Music, you definitely want to have a good music playlist. If you don't, just turn on some country. Everybody, who doesn't like country on the 4th of July? And then want to make sure that there's plenty of seating. That's pretty obvious. And then make sure, if you are like me, when you're hosting, you like everything to be clean and just how you set it up. Well, make sure that you put out a trash can outside, or that your guests know where the trash can is. That way, if they do want to throw away the plate themselves, they can. And it's kind of like if you bring out a trash can and after your guests all get there, it's kind of like a sign or signal of like, here, this is where everything goes, guys. And you're just kind of making that statement if you bring out a trash can while your guests are all outside or whatever. And then last but not least, you want to enjoy yourself, relax. It's the 4th of July. It's my favorite holiday ever. It's the best week of the year here in Lake Norman, I personally believe. But definitely be safe out there. You, especially out on Lake Norman, just keep in mind that there are a lot of tourists coming to the area for the 4th of July weekend, or family members coming in town to visit for the 4th of July weekend. And so there might be people out on the lake. First of all, stop, I guess. Let me pause. 4th of July weekend, if you don't know, is mayhem on Lake Norman, and it's the busiest weekend of the year. Sadly, almost every year someone gets hurt, and it's really sad because it happens, and people just don't know what they're doing out there, or irresponsible or whatever. So please just be careful. Know your surroundings. Don't pull your kids behind your boat. If you really have to, for some reason, pull them. Go out tubing or surfing or whatever to get it out of your system in the morning when no one's out there. And it's not super busy, but I highly wouldn't suggest pulling your tubing or doing any kind of water sports this weekend because, like I said, there's so many people on the water who are visiting the area who don't know where they're going, don't know how to drive a boat, don't know what they're doing. There's no flag rules in North Carolina, or at least not on Lake Norman. So if you are towing someone, there's no way for someone who is boating next to you or behind you to see if you're towing a knee boarder or a tuber or whatever. I think that there really should be a flag rule, but unfortunately there's not. I mean, I even go out on a not busy weekend in the morning and go surfing in my own cove. And I mean, every other time we go out, it's scary. Like sometimes when you fall or fly off the tube or whatever, there's people behind you riding your wake and they might not see you when you fall. Like they might not even know if you're towing anyone. And it's just so easy for people to get hurt. And I think it's a lot of people just kind of get out there and just think it's easy. I mean, and I tell my boyfriend this, I'm like, it is called a water sport for a reason. Like jet skis don't even get me started. Like just people riding wakes and being stupid and irresponsible. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be the fun police. Have fun. Like I said, I freaking love 4th of July. I absolutely love everything about it. How everybody's in the patriotic spirit, all the red, white, and blue, the fireworks, the food, the hosting. I'm here for it. I love going out on the lake on 4th of July, but just be careful. It's called a water sport for a reason because not everyone can do it. In North Carolina, you have to have a boater's license if you were born after January 1st of 1988. Excuse me. So if you were born after January 1st of 1988, you have to complete boat ed. And to be honest, most people who are out there driving the boats and stuff don't have their boat license. If you were born before 1988, you don't really have anything to worry about. I guess they just figure like you're old enough to figure it out. You have enough experience. I don't know, but just be careful, be aware of your surroundings, know that it is a busy weekend, a busy holiday on the lake, and it's better to be safe than sorry. But enjoy yourself, have fun, be smart. That's really all I have for this episode. Stay safe out there. Like I said, I absolutely love Lake Norman on the 4th of July. It's one of the reasons that I love living here. So if you're here visiting or just moved to the area and this is your first 4th of July and on Lake Norman, you're in for a treat. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.